Hello and happy Friday, everybody. So we've got Father's Bounty this weekend, and we're going to get right into it. All right, we'll take a gander at this map, and it looks pretty straightforward as usual. All right, so let me start some music on my end for something to listen to in the background. It always helps keep things on a level for me. And here we go. I'll make that first merge of the eggs, unlock this first key with the ruby plain grass, and get things going on. Now, some of my other merge games have events going on as well. Merge Magic has a new theme, but it's the same event that they normally have. It's just a new creature there. And, oops, no, I do not want that special offer. Dragon and Elves has ongoing on B612, I believe, which is a pretty much once a year event. That one gives you some bonus free land in your camp as part of their rewards. If you have it already, then it gives you a token that will turn into a super egg there, basically. And Merge Adventure has a new theme and new creature, which looks really cool. So I might be checking those out this weekend. I do not know yet what the status will be for if I stream or not with those. Alright. So this is a map that basically is cottage cheese, is Swiss cheese down here at the bottom. Alright, we're going to open that second key with a lost bud before I accidentally merge them up and get past that. We're going to bring these sprouts down. Spread those bones and get a 5 merge there. Bring these essences over. So the account that I used for making the upcoming starter guide actually had the Act 2 on it. And the second time I got the Act 2 with it, it did not even let me do Act 1. Which was very frustrating because on my new player account, being able to coin farm in the post event would have been very helpful. Alright. So, it is what it is. Anyway, so how's everybody doing today? We're gonna pop this off and get some heals out there. That's another 5. Whoops. Well, I got my free capsule. And since I do have the ability to watch things, I'm going to do that. Alright. You don't need to watch what I have to watch. You'll have your own. I'll bring this back as soon as that ad is over. Hey Jody, how's it going? Happy Friday to you. Alright. And now we've got that back and I got that silver capsule. I'm not going to do it for the bronze one. Alright. We'll bring these over here. And that's 2 more pink flowers. That gives me a blue flower for the key over here. Get rid of that dimensional jar. I'll get a 5 merge there. And there. Spread those, 5 merge there. Get that. And 1 up here. Launch that off. 5 merge there. Just gonna try to bust through this. Hello, Brenda, how you doing? So Act 2 is a souped up version of Act 1, basically. I'm doing all right. It does have some increased rewards, but the trade-off is there is a lot more healing to heal the land. The quests are a little bit heavier handed, like instead of harvesting 200 times from twin flowers, it's 200 times from the brilliant flowers, the purple ones. And instead of like 5,000 heal, it's either 15,000 for some or 50,000 for others. It's two different. There's at least 2 different versions of the beta test in that regard. And my new player account got the heavier handed of them. I essentially, on the one that I did complete, set myself to the point where I could harvest for points. I got as far as I could get for the level 2 harvesters. And that's all I did. I just did the points. It was obnoxious how much they wanted. And you have to complete the first one to get into the second one. Although on mine it was bugged and I did not get the first version, the Act 1, which is the normal event. So it kind of sucked for me on the new player account because I really wanted to do coin farming to benefit my actual camp. The trade-off for going to the Act 2 was not worth it. It just wasn't. Alright, let's see. There's a 5, and that'll give me a combo. Double combo. Now, because so many of the other games have things in them that I really want to do this weekend, I am going to go with the gold capsule method for today. But you don't have to do that, of course. You could entirely play this free to play. Hey! You're welcome. Now, the rewards are good. Don't get me wrong. But to me, they weren't good enough. That being said, I am a little bit jaded because that was a new account. And I only have level 4 on the portal there. So I admit, you know, my viewpoint is not the same as if I were a brand new player. If I had been a brand new player, it might have been worth it, but I don't think so. Alright, I'll get rid of that. Get rid of that dimensional jar. Merge those up. We'll bring these over. That's 2 more pink flowers. We'll 5 merge those. And I'll tell you what, when I looked at it, it looked exhausting. Just right from the onset, I was like, ugh. Let's see. And I am, as usual, just playing for points. There we go. Bring these up. So, I was going to do gold capsule. Yeah, and they've got some definite tests going on too, so some people have more stuff than others do. But yeah, that Act 2 was definitely overwhelming on a new player account, and that's as a veteran of the game. So I can just imagine. Alright, I can just imagine for somebody returning or somebody outright new to the game, just how overwhelming that could be. It was a bit much. And there was no change in the amount of time you'd get, so yeah. Alright, let's pop that open. And we'll bring that down. You know, it could be fun. Definitely something, if you get it, at least look at it as a novelty, like a once-off, but don't feel bad if you decide you're not going to play it just because it doesn't look like something you'll enjoy. And to me, if I don't think I can finish it, I'm not probably going to enjoy it neither. Alright, there's a couple more of those. Couple more pink flowers to bring down here. Yeah, I'm sorry to say, I don't see myself putting in the time on the Act 2. I almost didn't want to play today's event because of it, just because it was that exhausting. But there's some folks that enjoy it, and to each their own. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean you won't. Let's see what was in that. Okay, another blue flower there. And some chubby stubby buddies. Sadly, there was no nest in that gold capsule. So I do have to ask myself, am I also going to do prism flower? And I don't know. I'm just going to work my way up through a little bit. And I'll get that. And like I said, it didn't thrill me, sadly. It's one of those beta tests that I'm glad I don't have on my main account. Whereas the Elementals event that's currently on a hiatus, I would have liked to have gotten. Alright, I'll bring that over here. I'll grab that essence and bring that all the way up here. Bring these over. That coin can come up there, and that'll get me to the 5 merge, or not 5 merge, 3 merge to get my second dragon. Hey, Mighty Gamer, how's it doing? Alright, good luck with your events, Brenda. Alright, let's see here. Okay, let's see here. Another sapling. Let's... We're gonna launch one of these off just to heal out some of this stuff. And that's ammunition to merge stuff out over this way. Merge those up. Merge those up. Those are 50s. These are 50s. I'm gonna launch that there, and we'll merge these guys. It's a couple more of those chubby buddies. And bring an essence in there. Merge these guys. Yeah, we'll launch that there. We want to get up in here a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, I want to go up and around this way because there's sprouts and flowers. And they'll serve me good stead by coming down here. These can come up here. Okay, let's see. No. Bring those sprouts over. And that's 2 more glowing flowers, which gives me my first 2 twins. Tempted to get the next one, but no. Definitely not one of my preferred maps just because there's so many holes down here in the bottom. And we'll bring these up. This is also definitely a map where I do lament that we don't have the double collect anymore, or the collect and merge. Alright, I'll bring these 2 trees over here. Hit that extender. And these little point item friends can come up in here. Bronze capsule pops open. And that had some level 3 point items. Our little chubby buddy budding petal buds. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Merge those up. A couple more of the young fruit trees. All right. So there's another Zomblin out of its cage. I've merged there. Let's get that Zomblin taken care of now. It's 2 more blue flowers. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll get that. Open up this key. Merge those up so I can merge down here. Get a 5 merge with these. 5 merge those. Gonna bring these guys over and get a 5 merge of the level 3 point items. That's a couple more of our chubby, stubby little buddies. 5 merge those. Merge those. These. And we're not wasting the ad on that when we can get red orbs with it. However, I am going to open that up. Do the 3 merge and 3 merge there so that I can get that bottle and open that key. Do 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 do. Alright, let's see. It's 1. So the question is, do I want to do that one or that one? Oh, I'll try to heal that one out on the top part because it actually has some heal off of it. Well, 5 merge these, and that gives me 2 of the harvestable cultivators. Alright. Well, I'll merge those out. Bring those 2 blue flowers down this way. Gonna lock it in, separate these slightly. Gonna crank this star out too. Oh, let's get to harvesting. I haven't decided yet one way or the other about the prism flower method, but I'm leaning strongly towards not doing prism flower. I'm leaning very much towards not opening up a lot of the map and instead going for points really early, even though it's just a monotonous grind to do it that way. But I'm going to get a couple more of these star quests done, since that'll help towards it, and what I have from the golden capsule is also a big boon. So part of what is coloring my decision is that there's a couple of other events going that I do want to take some time out for. Hey Cheryl, how's it going? Happy Friday. And yeah, I saw there's a new event on MA, and that's one of the ones that I'm sitting here going, how fast am I going to get done today so that I can do that? You got a tickle out of that one, huh? I was really, really ticked off at the game at that point in time. I just, with the shenanigans they were doing with the different events and some people not getting the same dragons, I was done in a lot of ways. I just had no love for the game at that point. And that is how I felt. I felt like throwing the game out. I felt disrespected, and like years of my life had been wasted. Ah. Yeah, I felt very disrespected by what they were doing with those beta tests with the different dragons for different people. I'm glad that they have put that one to bed, that they are not doing that one anymore. Yeah, and it's very easy to get burnt out. My new player account that I'm making a new player guide with got the A/B test for the Act 2 stuff. And the Act 2 event was so exhausting to me that I almost didn't want to do any merging this weekend. Almost. And then I see Merge Adventure has a new event, theme, new creature. Magic has a new creature. It's an old event, but a new creature. And the one of the once yearly events that they do in Dragon and Elves is up. But that has 11 days still on it, so I could take my time. Sometimes it's nice to take a break from a different game, you know? About 12 years ago, I took a break from one of my favorite games at the time. I'm still on a break from that game. That's what I keep telling myself. I'm just taking a break still. I don't think I'm ever going to go back to that one. I've got some good memories there, but I don't think I'll probably ever play EverQuest 2 again. I won't rule it entirely out, but there's a chance that, I was only going to take a month or two off of it because I was pissed off at it. I was mad. They had done some stuff with shifting up their paid download content, and I didn't like it. And I decided to take a couple months off and, kind of vote with my wallet there. And, well, I'm kind of shrugging over here. If you could see my gesturing, you'd be like, oh, she's saying a lot right there. But it just... I'm not ruling out the possibility that I might play it again someday. I might get bored. But I definitely wouldn't bank on playing it again. Yeah, my face, my face is part of the gestures too. I can imagine that you're making some, you're sympathizing with me there. You're probably going, but yeah, just, So, let's get a merge in there. Yes, like how crunchy things are down here at the bottom on this map. It's just, bleh. It's hard to get a solid merge down here for a chain merge. Oh, you clumsy thing. Alright, back to the harvesting. I can keep a straight face. Let me get the stapler. Crunch, 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 crunch. But yeah, it just... Alright, let's progress that. So I've got the star from those harvests. Yeah. So I've got 2 level 2 harvesters. I could switch right now to just harvesting. I am going to heal out a little more land though. Maybe get to where I've got a level 3 in there. Just so there's a chance at it giving me boxes. Would have been nice if the golden capsule had also given me a nest. 2 for 1 deal. That would be chef's kiss. That would have been So wonderful. But alas, it was not to be. So if I do a stream with the Merge Magic event, I will be doing the collect and merge on it. And it would probably be my number 2 for the weekend. Might not be the whole event. I might crank out some of that off stream just to get it started. Merge Adventure might even get itself a little bit of a spotlight. We'll see. I should. I haven't even started the new stuff in Dragon and Elves. Like the new islands and whatnot. I haven't even started that. I have not heard about when they're going to get new levels. I still need to finish recording some of the levels from the last batches. But I've been so focused on doing a day by day of a new player account for Merge Dragons that pretty much everything else has been kind of shoved off to the side. Put it this way, the new player guide, I had over 100 dragon power in less than 3 days. So I had my first event within pretty much 3 days. By the end of a month, I had over 5,000 dragon power. And I had passed what is considered level 100 in Merge Dragons in under 30 days. And I really wasn't pushing as hard as I could have been for the leveling, for going through the levels on the map. But yeah. That new player account is stacked. Alright, let's watch that. So I'm going to hide that so you guys don't have to watch that with me. It's one of the longer ads. And they're trying to make it one of those interactive ones, and it's not an interactive ad. Anyways, almost done with it. Come on. Get done. Hop to it. There we go. There we go. And we're back on the map. So I've got a red one that I didn't have to make. That's beautiful. Get back down here. Let's get some more harvesting going on, guys. I figure if I hadn't had the bug that put me right into Act 2 for the second event out of the 2 that I'd had it for, so I had the base Act 1, I would have done a coin farm on that too. And I probably would have jammed my dragon power up at least another 1,000 points during the midweek event, is what I figure. When I started it out, my goal was level 100 and 3,000 dragon power, and just kind of blew that one out of the water. It just went zoom. Alright. No, I'm just being really quiet. I'm not muted. Hello, Vig. How you doing? So, I've got the maxed out rewards. I've upgraded my portal to that high, so that's what it is. Good size map and merge adventure. Cool. Definitely gonna be looking forward to checking that one out. So yeah, my portal is maxed out. That's the only reason my rewards are so high. It's definitely worth it to upgrade it over time, but don't like drive yourself crazy doing it. You'll get there all in due time. Alright, let's bring these down so I can get a 5 merge there. And there, and that's 2 more of the Wondrous Orbs. And we'll bring that up there, get those dragons back down here. Yeah, it's worth it, but it's also worth taking your time. Don't be afraid to use the free skip occasionally if one of the tasks is too big. But some of the rewards from doing the tasks themselves are really worth it too. Like, I think that's the one where I kept getting one that, while it looked like it was a big hassle, it ended up paying off in the end because it helped me get to my Life Flower Wonder a lot faster than I might have otherwise. It was a tough task. Not saying it wasn't, but the balance of it for what it saved me for working on something else in the long run made it worth it to do it for the actual reward that it was giving for doing the task, as well as what I ended up getting for progression. It slowed it down for my progression overall for the portal itself, but I'm glad that they took the time to do those particular tasks. There you go. Good luck. And yeah, I've been enjoying the early game. Been flying through it though. And I haven't been worried about doing all of the challenge levels. Just do the one clear to get through. Because you can always go back and do the challenge levels again later. And just remember, if it isn't making it enjoyable, maybe you're just not in the right place for it right then. What we enjoy. Check, please. Let's try that again. What we enjoy playing can change. And it's no fault in us. It's no fault in the game itself sometimes. It's just sometimes the season for that in our lives has changed. All right. Merge these on up. And those. And that's a 5. That's a 5. Bring one of these over. That's a 5. And a 5 there. And we'll get that. Another one of the ads for a red. Huh, Zodiac Heroes. I don't think so. I don't think I'd play this one. That's a game I can see trying to pick my pocket too easily. No. Alright, we're gonna bring that over here. And I wish I could do the ads for the giants, but they don't offer them. There's a gem limit on how high of a dimensional jar you can get, basically. There you go. Sometimes that's what it's like. It's like coming back to a whole new game, and that's the fun of it. Definitely worth taking your time. There's no reason to turn a job into, or yeah, turn a game into a job. All the reasons to turn a job into a game because it makes it go faster if you enjoy yourself. But don't turn your games into a job. Even though that's kind of what I've done with some of these with the YouTubing, but you know, I still make sure I enjoy it. And if there came a point in time where I really wasn't enjoying what I'm doing, I would have to, you know, sit down and take my own advice, you know? That being said, when I grouse about stuff, it's an honest critique, and it's coming from a place of I enjoy this still. I still love this game. And it's feedback, constructive criticism, not just, you know, being critical for the sake of being critical to them. All right, so grinding these out, and I think it was provincial that I've been working on that new player stuff and re words. Okay, go with a simple one. Reminding myself of what it is to be at the points where you're a newer player, and then to have something like the Act 2 come along that was just bam, this huge curve for what's required. If I was a brand new player without the experience that I have, I would have looked at that and just went, nope, 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 nope. Even as an experienced player, I did give it a shot. And I was sitting there and thinking, this is a little bit much. I want to be able to touch grass. Yeah, the new creature in Merge Adventure is adorable. There have been many jobs that I've had over the years that I quote unquote gamified. But that's how my brain works too. Like I'd know what task was this and that and the other, and I'd find ways to make it fun while still being efficient and within the parameters of the tasks that were in the job. You gotta move that over, and that'll make a 10. I'll bring these over here, and these over here. Do, 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 do. Currently, with all the merge games that I play, I'd say that the merge adventure ones typically take me the longest. But that is tied in part to the fact that I don't have all the creature levels for the creature that you get from doing all of the quests and the events too. So I am taking that extra time to do those each time. And I love that it changes from event to event what those are, so that it gives you a little extra oomph. And even if I get to where I have all of one creature, it's still going to have that bump for me for other events for hopefully years to come. Do, 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 do. All right. Merge those on up. And that's two more wondrous orbs. Get these guys going again. Here we go. Do, 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 do. The new one in Merge Magic is an owl. You know that they've got me by the short hairs there. There's no way that I'm going to be able to pass that up. Alright. Alright. Let's do another merge. Let's see. Alright. Let's see. 2, 5, and that's 10. And we'll bring that over. Ooh! Ooh, ooh, ooh. Alright. I've got 2 ads coming up. You're welcome. Good luck to you too. Alright, gonna turn off the thing so I can do my ads. I'm gonna get these red ones for free, which will speed things up. If you have the ads for dimensional jars in your events, save them for the red orbs, because there's a limited number that you'll get. Don't waste them on flowers. Don't waste them on anything lower than the red orbs. That's my personal take on it, because there's like 4 of them that you get. And it can be a massive time saver. Alright, that's 1 down. Do I get the other one too? Yes. Let me do that one as well. Oh, they're showing me Alice's Dream. It is a merge game, but it looks like one of them that has a stamina system on it. Maybe not. Maybe I'll have to check that out. I need another game like A Hole in My Head, but you know, it's something. Yeah, Alice's Dream. I could have sworn I've seen this before. Okay, the actual infographic does not look like the infographic does not look anything like the ad itself. So, I think we'll give that a pass after all. Get rid of those dimensional jars. Merge those to get that out of the way. And get these dragons back to work. So, I should have enough stuff for 2 souls at this point. And we're just going to kick it off and carry it on. Do, 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 do. And I am, of course, if I make a couple of heavens before I get to that quest, that's no problem. Because you need at least 5 of them, plus. So probably 6 of them, most likely. And that quest only calls for 3. So not a problem. Alright, grinding these out here. And we're just filling it up a bit. Alright, let's merge it down here. Do, 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 do. Bring these over, that's a 10 there. So we'll give that a 5. So I probably won't get any more ads. So no more freebie reds. If it does, it'd be real nice. Alright, so just cranking these out. Gonna make a couple of heavens. Alright. Merge these on up as well. And that's a 5. That's a 5. Yep. No more ads. No more freebies. Alright, let's merge it up again. Merge those up. Bring that over. Swing those down. And back we go. Do, 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 do. Alright, let's look at that exclamation point I have just to get rid of it on the screen. Quests. Joy. these dragons are backwards for what one they're on. You're supposed to be over here. You're supposed to be over here. Get these back in there. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Alright. Getting there slowly but surely. Do, 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 do. Alright, let's unlock this and grab some of my other stuff that's sitting over here. Oh, wow, look at that bottleneck that I've got going on. So, yeah. That's one of the things that this map is just bonkers for. Let's see. Alright, I'll bring that over. I'll spread those out for now. We're gonna merge those. And that's 2 more glowings. Just gonna stick those over there. No, you're not going over after that. Get out of there. Get out of there. And there's 2 souls. All right. Okay. So we're sticking those 2 souls up here. Get rid of that. We'll bring these boxes up here. 5 merge those. Alright, we'll get that and get rid of that dimensional jar. Alright, let's harvest off these quick harvesters. We're going to bring these down. Slide those up this way. And that up there. Alright, so. Let's just crank out some points. Merge those up, and that's a couple more of those little chubby buddies. There are buddies. Five merge there, and there, and there. Heck with it, we'll merge those and get another blue one. There we go. Get all these out too. Might as well. Got lots of them to go around. Do, 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 do. There we go. Couple more of those level 3s. And we'll bring those over. Keep on going. All right. Bring those up that way. And keep on going here. Just clean these up. It'll put me that much closer to having everything that I need later on. And we'll 5 merge those. All right. Move those trees on up. Do, 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 do. Here's a couple more of those chubby buddies again. I can't not see what I'm seeing with those. I'm sorry. That's just, yeah. Some of their art in this. And we'll 5 merge those. All right. That's a 5 merge there, making my first 2 level 8s. Do, 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 do. And we'll bring those on over. Do, do, do. How's everybody's progress coming along on this? Do, 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 do. All right, let's get back down here. No more essences. I don't want those. Do, 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 do. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Maybe I should just grind them out on the twos. But I think there's a little something I could get up top side that'll help things along. I'd be doing myself a disservice if I didn't do at least the first two heavens. Yep, that's... Bring that over. Got a couple more of these. Could tap them out. Let's do it. Might as well clean it all up. And that means we'll also bring that over. Just keep on going here. All right, there we go. Just gonna keep this up. Merge those up. Bring that over. Alright, and that's 2 more 6s. That's awesome. Getting there. Let's see what's in this silver cap, or not silver, bronze capsule. We're just gonna slide these up this way for now. You know, I don't need essences. Get stuffed with that. One, two, three. I need 2. So I need more of these. Alright. Alright, let's lock it in. Do, 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 do. Now we're gonna try that again. That's not the speed that I want it at. Alright, let's get my rhythm going here. Alright, let's keep working on some heavens. Just settle in and keep grinding out these orbs now. Do, 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 do. Got it flipped around already. And I've got it backwards again. It's really easy to get them switched around. Alright, so we're going along here. Hey, how's it going? Happy Friday and happy merging to you too. Alright, so merge it up. Slide that off to the side. I'll put these wondrous ones over here and back to it. Although that's backwards. This brass clad needs to be over here. There we go. That brass clad lad belongs on the right. Alright. Just gonna keep grinding these orbs out. I've got enough for one heaven so far. But I'm not gonna waste it on one. I'm gonna make two. Alright. So yeah, I'm definitely sitting here thinking, where can I sneak in Merge Adventure and Merge Magic this weekend? Because I'm gonna, even if it's only a partial event that I stream, I'm gonna sneak in something. A little something extra. Yeah, right. The Swiss cheese map is just such a pain. But that being said, it breaking up the merges a little bit might actually be more beneficial than than the headache that it seems to be. Merge those. All right. There we go. Get these guys grinding those orbs out again. I've already got 2 level 8s of the point items. 3 more to go. Excuse me, dragons, you got yourself switched around. My brass-clad lad got himself all out of alignment. Alright, just getting to it, getting to it. Do, 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 do. I should dip into some of the other events, like, Merge Adventure doesn't have the rush type rewards, so I could dip into that one and get the timer going a little bit so I can get extra of the chests, the capsules. I could. That would be something to do. But I'm not going to bother with it because then I'll feel like I'm rushed. It's not a bad plan, but it would rankle me personally. It's just not how I'm wound, even though I know that it would be beneficial to me. Do, 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 do. Let's just keep on filling this up. I'm sure I'm going to end up with another bottleneck like I had before, but maybe not for a little while. Okay. Come on, dragons, keep it up. Don't dawdle. Do 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 do. I also need to sneak some Final Fantasy XIV in this weekend. It's been a while. Alright, let's keep going. Let's wait for it to bubble. I'm half regretful that I didn't go with prism flowers, but nah, I think it might have been too much this time. Alright, we're merging. Gonna slide those into that little nook. And get these guys back down here. Hey, Doves Fly, how you doing today? Been a while. All good? Do 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 do. I'm sitting here and I keep thinking I should just be harvesting off those point harvesters. But I've set myself the goal of making 2 heavens, and I'm gonna stick to it. Oh-ho! See, now that's why I'm trying to hurry through this part, because, well, I'd like to do that myself. But there's so many games this weekend having events that have things that I want. But I'm still hoping to sniff my food's food at some point. Do, 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 do. Oh, you got yourself twixt about now, huh, dragons? Alright. I'll bring one of those over there, and these 2 over here. Well, we'll do that. And that, and that's 2 of the red ones to come over here. Do, 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 do. Good choice, good choice. I will eventually be working on that some myself. I've got these dragons switched around. I am grateful that that one has a longer time period for it because, whew. I would hate to try to sneak that one in with 2 other events that I really want to get into this weekend. Mm-hmm. Yeah, plenty of time for me to get to the B612 without neglecting the other stuff that's more timely that I need, I say need, want to do. Mm-hmm. Well, yes, but I'm trying to convince myself that it's a want, not a need. Do, do, do. Alright, let's get rid of that dimensional jar. Sneak a merge in here. If I merge those. That's 2 more souls. Let's unlock this and go have a look what I've got floating around up above. See, there's a 5 there. And a there. And we'll merge those. Alright, let's bring these down. It'll make my life a little bit easier to have more twin flowers. Because I can spread these dragons out, even though there's only 2 of them. I can vary their placements a little bit better. And I won't trip on them so much. there's another little buddy. So I've got 4 souls up there. Let's get myself into... Yeah, I'm still working on my Snail Island slowly but surely as well. Hmm. I haven't even started those new islands. Oh, wow. I've got so many bubbles. I don't even know where to start with Merge Advent or with Dragon and Offs. Oh, nice. Alright. Let's get a merge in here. And that's 2 more Wondrous Orbs. Getting there, slowly but surely. Alright, getting there. Alright, merging it. Let's see. 5 there. And that's a 10. I'll make that 5. And there's 2 reds. Alright. And so it's back to the big old grind. Do, 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 do. Alright. Let's get another merge going. And we'll bring those up, and that's a 5 there. Get a little extra there. Merge these, and these. And that's 2 more of the reds. Get these dragons going again. Sorry about that. Yeah, those ads can be a little something, huh? Do 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 do. I'll just keep on grinding here. Alright, let's go ahead and merge. Should have waited a little bit longer. Oh well, here we go. All right. Let's see. All right. That's better. Let's get these guys going again. Alright. Let's get another merge in here. Alright. We'll do that, and let's put a blocker in there just to play it safe. There we go. Merge those. And that's 2 giants. Alright. Getting there. Back to that harvest grind. Do 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 do. Alright. Alright. Well, let's merge it up again. Alright. No, they don't give you credit for them before the task. Dragon and Elsa is the only one that I know of that gives you credit ahead of time. The MA event will be going for just the same amount of time as the Merge Dragons one. Yeah, it's going to take more than the minimum for the quest, so making early isn't going to hurt you. In fact, it might be faster to make the ones for the quest after the fact. Alright. Yeah, exactly. That's why I make early here too. It doesn't hurt. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Do, 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 do. All right. I know it's a little wasteful to just do these as threes, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Because I am only going for points on this one. So those two heavens. Let's let it rip. There we go. I don't care about your gold pass today. It's not enticing me. Do, 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 do. Let's see here. We're gonna need these down here. And this can come over here. Do, 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 do. Thank you. There we go. Bring that over. This will come down here. And that will make my third of the level 2s. Do, 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 do. Bring that down here. Bring that 2 down. So I've got a 2 and a 3 down here. Once I merge those, if I decide to merge those 2. Alright, let's see. Do I have one to fit in that hole? No, not right this minute. I'll bring these down. This can come over here. There's another 2. I can have 2 of the 3s in this case. Which will be even better. Boom. Alright, let's get that up here. Yeah, it's Dragon and Elves that gives you credit early, or for making them earlier. So yeah. And we'll merge those up. Bring those down here. 5 merge there. That's 2 more of the 3 graces. Bring those over. And then these over. And we'll bring this down so I can tap that out. Stick those up there. No, I should have used those boxes over there. Oh well. Well, we'll bring those up. And we'll bring that down. Hmm. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've got a couple boxes anyway I could bring over there. That'll get that a little further out that way. Open that one up. Mostly coins this time. Grab that one. There we go. In case I decide I need more orbs, we'll have them organized down this way. And we'll bring that down here. Shove these out of the way. Let's see. Do I have another? Yes, I do. Alright, so we've got a couple more of these button fellas. We'll bring those up this way. Bring the 3 graces down and get a 5 merge there. Merge the moonflowers. And that gives me the Phaera that I was looking for. Alright. Let's see. That's coming over here. Bronze capsule. Let's pop that open. Okay, we'll bring that over. 5 merge there. Our little chubby buddies can come up here. And we'll bring that up. Merge those. And these garments. Excellent. That's 2 more 7s made now. Oh, well, I'm gonna need to save something for there, won't I? Okay, so I do need some orbs. I do need some orbish business. Just a little bit. Merge those up too. And grab that Wondrous, and it's a wonderful thing. Those red ones can hang out over here for now. A little bit out of the way, so we'll bring that 7 over and open that key. Put that back away. And there we go. Look at that beautiful mess. We'll let that finish its thing. Merge all of those. Get the free capsule. Waste not, want not. Oh, a hill. It'd be really nice if I was doing the hill method. Which can be so expensive. But it can be worth it in the right circumstances. Alright, let's see here. Little tiny tender seedling. I need another one. And there we go. And we'll bring these gentlemen on over. These wondrous gentlemanly orbs. Okay, well, we're gonna work on some harvests here first. $500 versus 500 versus 5,000. Yeah, we're just gonna slip that. You were gonna eat the skull that I need. Bad dragon. I guess I showed him. Threw him clear across the map. That'll teach him. Yep, I sure showed him. And we'll bring that down here. And bring these up. Bring that down here. Let's see, what do we got over here? Not quite what I'm needing. But we'll get there very soon if I keep up with what I'm doing. A couple more of those, yep. Exactly. May as well be the max-sized orb. And there's another. That's a 5. I didn't want to grab that. I wanted to grab the point item that was behind that. Do 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 do. And we'll bring these right on over here. Let's get a 5 merge with the level 5s. Alright, so I've got 3. Bring another one over here. That's 4 of the level 6s. Might as well tidy these up. I do want to pop one off here because that'll give me that, and that will be the one to make a key for me there. And now that I've healed those with merges, it's cleaned it up nicely. Alright, give me that demon gate. There we go. Excellent. Bring this on over this way. I'm just going to bring these over. So I can get that 5 merge. There we go. Open that key. And we'll bring these guys right on up. You can come over here. That'll make 4 of those now. And we'll spread those out. I'll bring that on over, and there's a couple more of these stubby little chubby buddies. They're everywhere, they're everywhere. Alright, so that is a Wondrous, possibly just a Furious. Well, we'll bring the Wondrous up. Yeah, it looks like those are Furious, not Wondrous. Which would give me an Apollos Bloom. Boom. Kaboom. There we go. Making our way up through. Boom, 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 boom. Do 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 do. Well, we can do that. No problem. Pop that open. Alright. Well, we've got a few of these. Merge those 6s. And that's the 7s. There we go. Bring that on over and merge there. Boom. 5 merge there, and that's a couple of 6s. Bring the 6s over where everybody else is. And let's see, rounds. Because we ought to clean these up even though we might not merge anything more. It's better to clear it up and then we've got it. I'd probably need to get all the way there. Well, I don't see particularly an overabundance of need. Tap those out. And we'll just bring this up here. I mean, it'd be nice to get the star. But I'm not fretting it. You're coming down here. So are you, and you. That star can come over. Excellent. Oh, that's one that doesn't have a merge to it, so we'll bring those down. Grab that and bring it over. A good size heel would get me that 2x1. Can't complain about that. Oh, well. Could have a couple giants. That should sufficiently mosey things along. Let's see. Could I manage? You need to be over here. So do you. Why are you going all the way over there, dragon? What if I got floating around over there that's just enthusiastically distracting you? Ah, a couple point items. Well, these can come down this way. Maybe that'll quit distracting them. Yeah, we'll merge that. As well grind out the star. There might be something in the star that's actually useful. That's pretty quick to harvest brambles. There we go. That one's done. Alright. I just want that. That's all I want. I want the 2x1. And I got it. By golly gee, I got what I wanted. Hee hee. right. That's 2 more of the 6s, which is a 5 merge, 2 more 7s. That's 2 more 8s. The end is in sight. I need 2 more 7s. All right. Almost there. Do, 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 do. Five there. And 5 merge of 4s to make 2 5s. It's coming right along. Do, 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 do. And there's 2 more 4s. Oh, that's not the shape I was looking. Ah! Clumsy. Well, could be worse. That's 2 more 5s. Well, let's grab those boxes and emerge. Do, 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 do. And there's a couple more 4s. Awesome. It's coming right along. Do, 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 do. Keep on harvesting these out. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. And we'll merge those. And there. The end's in sight. I'll tell you what though, I don't know if I were to get offered the Act 2 on my main account, I'm not sure if I would actually take it up or not. After the bug I encountered with mine on the new player account. I wouldn't want to get stuck on only having Act 2. Alright. That's 2 more 6s. I need 1 more 6. Fives. I need 1 more 6. So, very close to done. Do. 'Alright, let's have some fun. Combo. And then that's 2 7s. There's a third 7, and that will make 2 9s. Let's collect them. Voila! That's all my points. That is the event done. It wasn't showing me the right rewards. Whatever. That was weird. But yeah, that did not look like the proper rewards. Well, anyway, that's a whole event. Of course, there are still keys to be uncovered and all that jazz, but I'm not worried about it. I got the rewards I was after. Go out to the world map and then come back to see if it tries to give me that Act 2 on this one. It's not showing me anything in regards to that, so we're all good. I'm okay with that. Alright, let's collect up some coins. And that's all she wrote. I am curious to see if my other one is bugged. But we're gonna go out to the world map because this is all done. And we'll see if maybe later I'll get myself talked into anything else. I'm gonna open up the other one and you won't see it because it's not the one that's being pulled from for the stream. It's a lot of stuff to deliver to my camp. Let's take it on in there. Less than 4 full hours, though, for that completion. I'm happy with that. No, I'm not gonna take any of these offers, and I really don't care about that. Nope. I'm gonna double that. Nope. Okay, what a mess I've got. What a mess. Okay, looks like it is not bugged this time. Maybe. Alright. Interesting. Okay. So, on my new player account, it looks fine. I might have to check that out later. Alright. You think that's a lot? I've been cleaning up. I have been cleaning stuff up, man. But yeah, it's still obnoxious. Alright. And these clear bubbles here are these Foursquare nests. Yeah. To think I was throwing stuff out and cleaning things up, and it's just as much of a rank mess as it was before I did my cleanup, really. And then there's stuff rush rewards that are still in bubbles weeks and weeks later because I can't get it all. I can't. I haven't sat down and focused on it. But anyways, yeah. So my camp's a bit of a mess, but everything's been delivered, so it's all good. Alright, so I'm going to wrap up, though, for now. There might be a Merge Adventure partial stream for this new event over the weekend. We might see some Merge Magic. I'm not touching that until I'm ready to just blaze through that one, because they have rush rewards that start when you open the game after the event has started. So when I'm ready to give it the time, then I'll open that one. It's got a new dragon, or I say dragon, it's got a new creature. And I want that creature because it's an owl-themed creature, supposedly. I haven't looked to verify it, but it was saying on the App Store when I updated my Merge Magic that there was some moon owl. So they've got their hooks in me. Anyways, so thanks for hanging out, guys. I will put up a notice if and when I do another stream this weekend. And in the meantime, yeah, I feel you there. I poke my nose in Merge Magic every now and then, but it's definitely one of the back burner ones. But yeah, I'll see you guys again real soon. Good luck with the rest of your events. And until next time, stay awesome. Bye for now.